Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. Alright. Let me get started. Shut it live out. Alright, first and foremost, facing the east, giving all praises, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Bakakwadash. Those are the true names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yahawah is the Father's true name. Yahawashi is the Son's true name. Yahawah equals He is, He exists. Yahawashi equals He saves, He delivers. And Bakakwadash is how you say a spirit that's holy, a spirit that's set apart. It's your brother Yerami Kazak. Alright, back with hopefully another edifying lesson through those names, as always. Alright. Second of all, I want to give double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3, men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. Alright. We're going to jump right into this one. This will be a Q&A, for whoever. And then I'm really just going to touch on 2 Timothy, the 2nd chapter. All right. So 2 Timothy, the 2nd chapter. All right. Let me share the live out a little bit more, and then we're going to get right into it. Okay. And Shalawam to everybody coming in. Pray everybody have a good, either had or had a good Sabbath. Because we still in it over here. But I know on the East Coast, individuals are out of the Sabbath. All right. Man, that go RER right there. Hey, man, what happened to 6 o'clock, man? I kept hitting you up. Huh? Oh. That's what happened. Oh. See, TikTok knew. You should have just went live at 6 so we could just do our thing. Hey, he say he in TikTok jail. All right, man. Dang. That sucks. But shoot. I see you when you get out. I got nothing to say. Alright. Dang, man. Come on, man. Alright, man. Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. It's gonna be a short one. Alright. I'm gonna get into it. 2 Timothy, 2nd chapter. And hey, moderators, be cool on the people. This a Q&A. So if somebody got a question, we'll answer questions throughout, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera. All right, cool. You out on the 25th? All right, great. 3 days. Cool. All right, so this is 2 Timothy, the 2nd chapter, verse 1. Thou, therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahawashi. Okay, and let's get that word grace.
Strong's G 5485.
Charis. Grace. That which affords joy, pleasure, delight, sweetness, charm, loveliness, grace, goodwill, loving, kindness, favor. Of the merciful kindness by which Yahawah, exerting his holy influence upon souls, turns them to Hamashiach, keeps, strengthens, increases them in Christian faith, knowledge, affection, and kindles them to the exercise of the Christian virtues, which really is not Christian, all right, but just the truth. We can call it the faith, okay? So grace is how the Most High brings individuals, all right? He gives us that grace because by the law, we all supposed to die, okay? But by this grace, this mercy that we have, as it says, his loving kindness, right? We have an opportunity to continue, and we have been given an opportunity to repent, right? So this is grace. Let's explaining it easily is where you have a car payment and you miss it, and they give you grace. They give you a grace period to make that payment, okay? So they're not just automatically going to take the car away. They're going to give you a grace period, right? So you say your payment's on the 15th, you miss it, they be like, all right, just pay us by the 1st, and it'll be all good, et cetera, et cetera. You know, so you got that grace period to make up. So that's where it comes into you repenting, converting, and turning back to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. You had that period to make up. Now, when that period expires, the 1st comes around and you still haven't made the payment. Well, what's going to happen, man? The nukes, the second death. So you have a grace period to escape, to be exempt from that second death. If you don't repent and get back right with the Most High by that time period, when he closes the doors of mercy, then they're taking your car. Now, what is your car? Your vessel, your body. Okay? And he's putting your soul in a world of pain. All right? That's ultimately what's going to happen to the individuals that don't take heed. So if you don't take heed to the word, you thought that the dealership was playing with the car. They're going to come and possess your shit. And there's nothing you can do about it. So, once again, thou, therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahawashi. Be strong in this time frame that we have. That means endure in it. Encourage it. Emphasize it. Preach about it. Talk about it. Think about it. Study it. Learn and grow. Exercise yourself. So in this grace period, in this liberty, don't abuse it. Let's get that real quick. Because you got individuals, this is what a 2/3 is going to do. They're going to abuse this liberty which they have, man. Okay? This is 1 Peter 2 and 15. For so is the will of power that with well doing you may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men. What do? With well doing, we carry ourselves well. We carry ourselves the correct way, in the proper way. So we put to silence the ignorance of foolish men by living the proper way, being ambassadors. We don't have nothing to prove to anybody. But by the way that we live, by the way that we constantly preach, teach, hit the corners, hit the highways and hedges, we're carrying on and keeping the commandments that was given to us. So therefore, it's going to put, all the games is going to be stopped. We're putting, let's read that again, put to silence the ignorance of foolish men. Because by us standing boldly and standing on these prophecies and preaching about this, and as they come to pass, you're not going to be able to boast up against the prophecies anymore. You're not going to be able to say that WW3 is not going to happen when that shit smacks you in the face. You're not going to be able to say that brothers are not going to get drafted when brothers is getting drafted. You're not going to be able to say that pestilence, sickness, famine is not coming to the land when we seen it happening. The shelves are becoming empty. You got 4 weeks left for gas, man. You got 4 weeks left for gas. Y'all thought famine was just food. No. Famine goes into everything, man. We talking about fertilizer. We talking about toilet tissue. All this shit. Okay? All these products that you Americans are so accustomed to using, you've been spoiled with, is going to disappear. And your world is going to turn into a third world country very soon. As the scriptures say, the storehouses shall suddenly appear empty. That pertains to all types of goods. Every single type of good, including gas. All right? If the cars ain't got gas to move the items, then how the fuck you gonna get the items, bro? You understand? It's not just gonna be food, man. It's gonna be everything. Keep that in mind. That's why, man, they say, you know, in these days to come, one of the most sold items is gonna be a lighter. And that's key. I watch a lot of survival shows. I just watched Outlast in the Jungle, and it was solid. But the main thing on the show was they needed to start fire. They needed to make a fire, you know? And that's why one of the key things that's going to be a commodity around here is lighters, all right? These things where you can make fire, so then maybe you can kill a pigeon, and then you can cook that pigeon, because we can eat pigeons. It's in the law that we can eat pigeons, okay? You know, this is why also you need to know the law, so you know what you can eat in these times which are to come. You can eat locusts. You can eat grasshoppers. You can eat such things like that. You know, you can't eat no squirrels. You can't eat no rabbits. You can't eat no pigs. You can't eat no raccoons. Okay? Yeah, you can eat pigeons and you can eat doves, as the brother put, right? So this place is it's gonna be upside down very soon, man. All right? Verse 16. As free and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as the servants of Yahawah. You don't use this liberty as a cloak for maliciousness, man. Okay? Like, you got these individuals, we talk about it all the time, right? They taking this truth and they're using it to sell clothing. They're using it to sell all this music. They're using it to have these varsity classes where they're charging people to come and get these lessons. They're charging people for Hebrew names. You got this dude, he's still pimping. He's manipulating women. He's taking all the money from the women. Things of that nature. All right? That's wickedness, man. Okay? You supposed to, you got a woman and everything that's hers is yours. But furthermore, you're supposed to treat her with love and care. You're not supposed to manipulate her like that. You're supposed to respect her. Okay? You're supposed to teach her the correct and proper way. You're not supposed to pimp her. You're not supposed to dog her out, bro. Are you tripping? Are you stupid? You're supposed to treat that woman with love and respect and honor, man. That's your glory. That's your treasure. That's one of your prized possessions. You understand? You're supposed to take care of your woman, man. All right? So these dudes are using the truth as a cloak of maliciousness. You got a lot of these jakes, they come into this truth just so they can get multiple wives. And that's giving the truth a bad name. You're giving the truth a bad name. Yeah, Ephesians, what's that, the 5th chapter? Yeah, you build her up, you train her up like the church. You treat that woman how Yahawashi treated us. So you sup with her and you be intimate with her. You give her a feast, according to Revelations 3:20. So you train her up the proper way. If she's a real woman and she's willing to listen, then she's going to be under your guidance and she's going to follow you into the chariots, man. Because she's going to be calling on the name of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Right? So as I break down this 2 Timothy, this applies to the woman that's with you. She has to endure as a soldier. She has to endure in that grace. Right? Going back to 1 Peter 2:16 again. As free and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as the servants of Yahawah. Honor all men. Love the brotherhood. Fear Yahawah and honor the king. Right? So at the end of the day, it's supposed to be with a sense of respect, with a sense of love, a sense of decency. What's the second rule? Okay? To treat others how you want to be treated, man. Okay? To love your brother with the same type of love that you would love, yourself, man. Okay? Loosely quoting. So you treat a brother how you want to be treated, man. If you wouldn't take it, don't give it to a brother. It's you treating a brother like how you treat Yahawashi. Point blank, period. Because he's going to treat you how he wants to be treated. If he died for you, he expect you to be on that same level, to ride with him. right? It's love, man. It's the key word is what is it? Reciprocated or reciprocal? Yeah, reciprocal, man. You're returning it. You return that love. You love him, he's gonna return that love back to you, right? And that goes the same with your woman. She loves you. Why would you not return that love back to her? All right. All right, Matthew 7:12 from the brother Kakama. And it reads, therefore, all things whatsoever you would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them, for this is the law and the prophets. Right? And Leviticus 19 chapter covers that pretty well. All right? You don't lie on a brother because you don't want a brother to lie on you. Don't slander a brother because you don't want a brother to slander you. All right? You understand? On both sides of the pot, what you put in, you receive. That's the good and the bad. You put in good things, you're gonna get good. Hey, Salaki. Hey, Salaki. All right. Back into it. Phone died. Forgot it was low. All right. But the point I was making is what you put in, you're going to get out. You put in good things, you're going to get out good things. You put in bad things, you're going to get out bad things. So ultimately, you're judged by your deeds. You're judged by your ways, your actions. How you treat individuals is going to come back to bite you. You see this in so many shows, so many movies. You got to understand, man, this is going to happen, man. Okay? What's done in the dark shall come to the light. Right? What is Yahawah again? The habitation of justice. Yahawah Yahawashi. That's where true justice resides. So this world is not some chaotic type of world or chaos or toxic type of world. Yeah, it may seem like that on the surface because of this rulership, but ultimately we look beyond that because we're spiritual men. So we understand that the Most High has a purpose for everything, even the wicked. As we bring out a lot, Proverbs 16 chapter, Isaiah 45, 5-7. I ain't going to get them, but we hit them a lot. Okay? So it's a purpose for every single thing that's happening. Nothing is out of order because the Father is not an author of confusion. So therefore, this book is coming through the proper way, in the correct way, how it's supposed to be, man. Right? So let's keep it going. Let's go back. Let's read that one more time. Matthew 7:12. Therefore, all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them, for this is the law and the prophets. Right? So, but that means also don't be petty. You're not going tit for tat. It means in good things. Okay? Because who's vengeance? Who does vengeance rely on? Yahawah. Okay? He holds the vengeance. You don't. So if somebody stabs you, in a phrase, a manner of speaking, right? Then you don't go tit for tat and get them back. You let the Most High, Yahawah, and the Son, Yahawashi, handle that. Work that out. Key example is right now. In this situation, man, we don't have no military. We don't have none of that. We got to sit back and hold patience. Patience worketh, Patience worketh, my head hitting a blank today, man. All right. Patience worketh. Let me go get it. This is Romans 5:3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations, also knowing that tribulation worketh patience. Right? So through these trials and tribulations and challenges we got to go through, we are being built up. So our patience has to be built up. Verse 4, and patience, experience, and experience, hope. So the more years that you have in this truth, the more patience you should have, the more faith you should have, the more hope you should have. You shouldn't just be falling out. That's crazy. That's wild. All right. I can't really see the comments, so I don't know what's going on down here. But I'm gonna just keep keep flowing. Verse 5, and hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of power is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Spirit, which is given unto us. For when we were yet without strength, in due time, Hamashiach died for the ungodly, to give us that grace. So bringing it full circle back to 2 Timothy 2, thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahawashi. Giving us that avenue, that door to get to the Lord, right? Dang, I don't know if brothers is putting comments or precepts, because it's like not showing up for me. I'm gonna turn the comments off and I'm gonna turn them right back on. Maybe that'll fix it. Or maybe TikTok just tripping, messing with me. It is what it is. Nah, it's the same thing. I'm gonna go on the other phone, see if y'all got any precepts, and then I'm gonna keep it going.
Also,
yeah, y'all dropping precepts, but it won't show me that on my end. All right, this is 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. From the brother Kakama, and it reads, seeing it is a righteous thing with power to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahawashi shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. So the Most High is going to handle this, man. We have to relax. You can't be like Samuel L. Jackson on The Time to Kill and put it in your hands and go unalive some Edomites. That's not our purpose, man. Okay? The best thing for you to do is stay out the way, trust in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, all right? Keep the faith, keep the commandments to the best of your ability. That's all you can do, right? So don't go out there and try to shoot somebody or none of that. That's bullshit. That's not what we're supposed to do at this point in time. You're going to end up getting took out, But once again, man, I can't see y'all comments, all right? Because I don't know what happened when the phone cut off and came back. So I'm going to just keep it going. This is 2 Timothy 2 and 2. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. So the laborers, other men, it's going to resonate with them, and it's going to be in their spirit to go forth and teach others. And then furthermore, the 1/3 man, you're going to teach as well. You're going to teach your households. You may not be a prophet, but you're going to teach your households. You're going to lead your family the correct way and the proper way. All right? You're not just going to sit on your ass and be a couch potato. No. Verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Hamashiach. You're going to get persecuted for teaching, for simply living the correct and proper way in these times, especially for not taking that chip. You're going to get persecuted. So you have to endure. These are the times that we're entering into. These scriptures will matter. They matter every point in time in history, but they're going to matter furthermore when these things happen. We're going to look at individuals like, are you going to live by these in that time? You're going to see some brothers go against the scriptures, man. Go against the grain. All right? Because they wasn't really building up their faith. Like I said earlier, you're going to see if that practice was working, man. All right? The way that you was practicing, the way that you was rehearsing, you're going to see if you was really rehearsing when the play come, when the first time the show happens. You're going to see. Verse 4. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. So we forsake everything and turn to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. This is about pleasing Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Is this pleasing in the eyes of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi or not? All right? Is this pleasing? It's not about men. It's not about what your mama think. This ain't about what your grandmother think. Baby, we call on Jesus. I don't care, grandma. This ain't about what she thinks. This ain't about what your uncles think. This ain't about what your cousins think. This ain't about what your best friend or your wife think. It's not about them. This is about what the scriptures says. Your opinion, you leave that in your old man. That's what you need to do, is leave that in your old man and subdue your own understanding and speak off of these scriptures. Because if you entangle yourself with the affairs of this life, then you're not going to have your head fully in the game. You're not going to have your head fully in the war zone, which we are in. We are in a war zone, spiritually first and foremost, man. All right? You got bullets coming at you from every different direction, and you worrying about what Kim Kardashian doing. Come on, man. You worrying about your ex-girl. You worrying about, it's some bullshit, man. Come on, man. Stay focused. Verse 5. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully. Right? Let's go to Hebrews. Because how can you strive lawfully? And then I'm going to go on my other phone and I'm going to get some of y'all precepts because I know y'all posting them. This is Hebrews 5:12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, you have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of power, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. So how do you strive lawfully? You need someone to teach you the proper ways so that you know the proper ways. So you need those teachers to teach you how to teach. And furthermore, you need someone, a spiritual father, to teach you how to live. Did you, hey, at 2 or 3, did you learn how to wipe your ass by yourself? Okay, did you learn how to get on the potty by yourself? You a little Einstein? You a little genius? No. Who taught you? Your parents, right? So furthermore, in this truth, you a baby once again. You on the milk once again. Therefore, you need elders to teach you how to wipe your ass, bro. All right, to teach you how to walk, to teach you how to talk. Okay, that's why it's important, man, to watch videos, to learn, to grow, to study. You know, for you Israelites out there that hate order, bro, you niggas is gonna die, man. Point blank, period. If you don't get right, you gonna die. You trying to do all this shit by yourself. You can't even walk. You don't even know how to walk, Ak. Or how you niggas say, Aki. You don't even know how to walk. You don't even know how to talk. You still over here some goo goo gaga Yahweh Yahuwah shit, man. Sit your dumb ass down. Y'all be tripping, bro. As the elder said in the live earlier, acting like you something that you not, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to step in a leadership position. You was not created to be a leader, buddy. You was a pipsqueak, man. Verse 13, for everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. The difference between a 2/3 and a 1/3 is a 1/3 is going to acknowledge. He's going to be humble and meek about this and acknowledge that he needs to learn more and he needs to grow. And it's always something more he can learn. He's coming in a meek, contrite spirit. When a 2/3 is over here like, yeah, I know how to break that down. Yeah, y'all brothers broke that down. I can break that down too. I broke that down before. Shut up, man. Damn, you acting like you know it all. Don't none of us know it all, man. All right? We have an unction to know all things, but that don't mean I know every single breakdown. This is why we have the elders. This is why we can ask questions. This is why if a brother don't know, a brother gonna find out and relay it back to you. We are investigators. We are seekers. We're going to get this understanding. And then once we get it and we add it to the repertoire. Now I know the breakdown for Revelations, the 14th chapter. Now I got the breakdown for Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. Now I got the breakdown for Isaiah the 13th chapter. Add it to your repertoire. Don't you want to improve your skills, man? Or you just want to sit here and act like you know everything? You don't know everything. Stop acting. Stop faking. 2/3 live in a fantasy illusion world, man. And a 1/3 individual, you're realistic. All right, let me see what y'all got in the comments. Second, I get this first. Isaiah 58:11. And it reads, and Yahawah shall guide thee continually and satisfy thy soul in drought and make fat thy bones, and thou shalt be like a watered garden and like a spring of water whose waters fail not. So constantly having that wisdom, constantly having that truth in a time where the truth, it's a drought of the truth. You remember Lil Wayne, the droughts? Oh man, that drought 3, man. But anyway, that right there, he was picking on the game, saying it was a drought of good music, and basically he had the water. You understand? So that's how the prophets is in real life. We got the water, bro. Everybody out here is in a drought. We got the water, bro. All right? Sorry for the wait. You understand? It's here now. Okay? And what's the other one? Dedication. We dedicated. I know my Wayne fans right now, like, yo, but we dedicated to this constantly. You understand? So everybody else in this thing, if you're not Great Millstone and teaching the correct doctrine, you in a drought, buddy. Calling on Christ. You in a drought, man. You in a damn drought. You ain't got the truth. You is not like a garden with water. You are in a drought, man. All right, I get another one. 1 Peter 5:6. Let's get that. 1 Peter 5:6, and it reads, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of power, that he may exalt you in due time. So you don't come thinking you know it all. You humble thyself. You seek. You come in as a servant. You come in to learn and to grow and to get this understanding. You got to bow down to someone that's much greater than you. And who is that? That's Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. All right? And furthermore, you're coming under the authority of the elders. It says that the elders rule over you. And do our elders rule like on some tyrant type shit? No, they don't. This is where a lot of you have it misconstrued. You thinking the elders rule like, no, bro, the elders got mercy. The elders want you to make it. The elders long suffering. All right? They dealing with you. They cool, man. You know what I'm saying? They got a great spirit. Okay? But when you fuck up, you fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is that you are in a military and that you do have a chain of command. Okay? So let's keep it going. Let's go back to 2 Timothy 2. And where was we at? Verse 6. The husbandman that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruits. Consider what I say, and the Lord give thee understanding in all things. Remember that Yahawashi HaMashiach of the seed of David was raised from the dead according to my gospel. So Yahawashi has the preeminence over us. He's the top. He's the grand poobah. He's the one that got it first. He's in the new covenant first. We are waiting on that time. And we have been given an opportunity to possibly make it into there. You know, but it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. So stop acting like that. If you out here acting like that. You got individuals saying they chosen this, chosen that. You ain't chosen shit. All right? What? It just gave me a warning. What you talking about, TikTok? My camera is on. It said turn your camera on. I'm like, man, I'm right here. Fuck. Anyway, man, the charges won't stick. If they take the live down, I'll be right back. You know, let's keep it going. All right. So Yahawashi has preeminence over us, and that's in Colossians, the 1st chapter. Let's get that. This is Colossians 1 and 17. And he is before all things, and by him all things consist. And he is the head of the body, the church, who is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in all things he might have the preeminence. Right? So he came before all of us. He created all of us. All right? He perished on the cross and then rose up and went into the new covenant first to make a way. He is the brother that went forth to make a way for his other brothers. All right? That's why he's also known as the everlasting Father. Okay? But you got these individuals, once again, man. The scripture just said in that, what was it, Peter that we read? Love the brotherhood. Man, let me go get it again. Where was that at? I just read it. Honor the king. One second. First Peter 2 and 17. And it reads, honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear Yahawah, honor the king. So that's Yahawashi. But you out here not honoring him. You're not giving him the worship that he deserves. All right? Talking about you Old Testament only. Yahawashi is all throughout the Old Testament. So what you are is no comprehension only. Because you don't comprehend what's really going on in the scriptures. That's, once again, going back to these know-it-all individuals. They know nothing. A man thinking that he know it all knows that he knows nothing. You know nothing. But you don't know that you know nothing. You think you know it all. So therefore, you would come forth and say, yeah, I'm Old Testament only. I don't believe in Yahawashi, when he's all throughout the Old Testament. So we just sit back and laugh at these guys, man. All right? And we break down the scriptures and show them the correct and proper way. But they what? They deny it. So 2 Timothy 2 and 8. Remember that Yahawashi HaMashiach of the seed of David was raised from the dead according to my gospel, wherein I suffer trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds, but the word of power is not bound. Therefore, I endure all things for the elect's sake. So we go through this in the same way as Paul, in the same way as Yahawashi, in a similitude. We go through this for our brothers. We're bearing with our brothers. We strive with we're on the side. We're fighting with our brothers, alongside our brothers, keeping in mindset that this is a war. All right? This is a war. So therefore, we fight together in unison. Ain't no solos, ain't no one-on-ones, ain't no pride involved. You like, man, I gotta get this dude cause he, no, man. We better as a unit. We are better as a unit, Jake. One band, one sound. One band, one sound. Right? So you got to lose the ego that you got. You got to lose the pride and all that stuff that comes from the world, which is what? Is that competitive spirit where you want to be number one and you want to be him. That makes no sense in this truth. We all going to be him. Don't you understand that? We all going to be him. At the end of the day, man. All right? We all going to be what? Kings and priests. So lift up one another. Verse 9. Wherein I suffer trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds, but the word of power is not bound. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahawashi with eternal glory. It is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. So we love not our lives unto the death. All right? We got to go. But we going to what? We going to come right back. 1 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter tells you that. So we know that death is not the end, and we keep that in our minds. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us. If we believe not, yet he abideth, faithful, he cannot deny himself. So if you don't stand boldly for Yahawashi in this side on the third dimension, he's not going to stand boldly for you in the fourth dimension to the Father. How you got a lawyer, but you don't trust your lawyer to get you out of this situation? So you going against your lawyer. Man, come on, man. All right. So, hey, man, I'm gonna wrap it up right there. All right. That's about half of the chapter. And I'll come back tomorrow and finish it up. Okay. Let me see. Y'all got some precepts. I can't see the comments, but I'm about to go check them right now. Yep. 1 Corinthians 12 through 27. Let's get that. 1 Corinthians 12 through 27. For as the body is one and have many members, and all the members of that one body being many are one body, so also is the Mashiach. Right? We are part of this body. As we read in the lesson that we did earlier, when you sin, you're not sinning with the body. You're sinning against yourself. You're not sinning against the body. Okay? So all that wickedness that you got, you need to stay away with that. You know what I'm saying? That's your shit. Don't blame that on the body. Don't bring no blame to the ministry. That's why you got these goofies like, Al-Azhar, didn't he learn from Great Millstone? That nigga was in Great Millstone like 1 year. He ain't learned that shit from us. You can't put that wickedness on us. You can't put that wickedness on the elders, man. Okay? This military is ran correctly and properly, man. Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi sift these individuals out and get them away so they don't bring no blame to the ministry. They're bringing blame to their damn self. Verse 13, for by one Spirit are we all baptized into one body, whether we be Jews or Gentiles, whether we be bond or free, and have been all made to drink into one Spirit. So it's one baptism. And that's what? That's through these laws, commandments, and statutes. That's through these scriptures, which we break down. And you get baptized over a time period. All right? You learn some here, you learn some there. You got to cut off the old ways of the world here. You got to cut them off over there. It may be brothers now that's coming in today or tomorrow, and they still have a problem saying Jesus. They still say Jesus. They got to cut that off. They got to stop saying that. You know, we all in different levels. But you making an effort and you trying, then, you know, hey, keep pushing. Right? You know, so you gotta cut off the ways of the world. But if you showing that effort, man, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is going to respect that. Like, bro, you got brothers, bro, if you doing videos, why the fuck? You got some brothers just disappear and they stop doing videos. Like, yo, what are you doing? You know, you can't start planting and just stop. Your seeds, your plants is going to be destroyed, man. And furthermore, that shows like you're not sincere. You didn't really care about what you was planting. You didn't really care. You started to feed somebody and you giving them food and then you just pulled it away from them. You just stopped. That's evil. That's evil, man. You know? So when you pick up this plow, you can't put it down. It ain't no, I'm going to take a break, I'm going to take a hike. No, bro. You started to do lessons, so you must continue. All right? And you're going to have to answer to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You better go read that story where the one that took the talent and put it in the ground, he took that talent from him and gave it to the one that had 10 talents. So you're going to get the spirit removed from you and pushed and give it to somebody else, man. Because you were scared to go forth and produce works. But you already showcased that you could produce. All right? I'm talking to brothers that do lessons and just disappear. Like, come on, what you doing? All right? And just disappear. Keeping it going. Verse 14. For the body is not one member, but many. If the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? And if the ear shall say, because I am not the eye, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? Going back to what I said about that competitive spirit. You over here, the foot, you trying to argue with the hand that your position is better than the hand. No, you need both of them. They're both vital. Everybody in this body is important. Don't look at the left thumb, don't look at the right thumb and be like, he used me more than you. No. We all got different measures of the spirit. We all got different measures of faith. Okay? We all are unique. Be happy with your position, man. All right? Don't let envy, strife, jealousy, all that bullshit jump in and damage the brotherhood. We past that. We in the fourth quarter. You lock in like Steve Kerr. You got to shoot that three. Get ready to shoot that three. You ain't the main scorer. Michael is the main scorer. All right? Scotty, play defense. Dennis, do what you do. Get to your position. You know what I'm saying? We come together, man, as a body. And we're more efficient when we all know our role and we all know how it's supposed to move, man. Nobody's trying to fight to be number one. That's the problem when you get all these little superstar teams. That's what happened with the Golden State Warriors. Durant and all of them. Nigga want to be number one. When they could have realistically won title after title after title. But you got egos that get involved. You got problems and stuff of that nature, man. 16. And if the ear shall say, because I am not the eye, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? If the whole body were an eye, where were the hearing? So the ear is vital. The eye is vital. If the whole body were hearing, where were the smelling? But now have power set the members, every one of them in the body, as it hath pleased him. And if they were all one member, where were the body? And now are they many members, yet but one body? And the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need of thee, nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of you, etc., etc. The point is made, you can read this all on your own time. That's 1 Corinthians, the 12th chapter, right? And you should know this one, you know what I'm saying? And that right there prevents envy, prevents strife, prevents jealousy. You have a position, do what you're supposed to do, all right? Do what you're supposed to do. Don't bullshit. I see a brother ask what time tomorrow. I don't know, man. Spirit be like the wind, but most likely I'm going to wake up around 8:30 or 8. I'll probably be live around 9 or 10. But this is Pacific time, California time. So I'll just say 10 a.m. Pacific. 10 a.m. Pacific. Right? So hey, with that being said, and it's shalom and shalawam. It's not shalom. It's no O in the Hebrew. Right? But shalawam. So with that being said, man, I'm about to turn to the east. Unless it's any questions, because this was a Q&A. Right? Does anybody have any type of questions? I get like 2 minutes. Anybody got any type of questions? I see it's like 25 people in here. 23, 24. Any questions pertaining to the Bible? All right, man. Y'all never got any questions, man. Okay. Yo, you can't say the prophets wasn't here. That the brothers wasn't teaching. All right, man. I'm facing the east. Giving all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect. All right. As always, Kwam Yasharahla. And, hey, a Baba Ball. Ain't nobody got no questions. No questions. Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. Keep the faith, man. Shalawam.